Japan's overseas high-speed rail projects have repeatedly failed, and it can no longer catch up with China. This is the absolute strength that China has shown as the world's largest railway power. Japan cannot catch up. Japan's professional transportation media, Merkmal, commented on the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway in Indonesia built by China. The joint commissioning and joint testing of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway in Indonesia not only attracted the attention of the Japanese media, but also made Vietnamese netizens who have not yet owned a high-speed railway envious. Compared with Japan's high-speed rail project in Vietnam, which has been delayed for many years due to various reasons, the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail in Indonesia has made them shout to the Vietnamese government, ask China for help. Japan has always been recognized as a railway power in the world. However, in recent years, many of Japan's overseas railway construction projects have not progressed smoothly due to technical, financial, local policy, and other reasons. Coupled with the challenges of rising stars such as China, where should Japan's overseas railway construction go? In this video, let us learn more about it. China is still better. Vietnamese netizens lamented on social media after seeing the news that the joint commissioning and joint testing of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway in Indonesia reached a speed of 350 kilometers per hour. Vietnamese netizens are jealous of the Indonesian high-speed railway because they also had a high-speed railway planned to be built. According to the American Diplomat magazine, as early as 2006, Japan and Vietnam signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Railway Development, and the construction of Vietnam's North-South high-speed railway was put on the agenda. This North-South railway is about 1,500 kilometers long, connecting Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi in Vietnam. It was Vietnam's most important project at that time. But this plan was stillborn in 2010. Because the project construction period given by Japan was too long, the quotation was as high as 1/3 of Vietnam's GDP at that time. This plan did not even pass the project approval review of the Vietnamese Congress and was never launched. Vietnam's North-South Railway is not the only high-speed rail project Japan has failed to do overseas. According to the Bangkok Post, multiple departments, including the Ministry of Railway Transport of Thailand, jointly held a technical meeting on the Bangkok-Chiang Mai high-speed rail project in March this year, focusing on studying the feasibility of the project. The Bangkok-Chiang Mai high-speed rail line is more than 600 kilometers long and is planned to be constructed by Japan. It will use Japanese Shinkansen trains with a maximum speed of 300 kilometers per hour. Thailand and Japan signed a memorandum of cooperation on the first phase of the project in 2015, but due to high costs and domestic disputes in Thailand, the project is still in the review stage. Japan's high-speed rail project in India has been advancing for some time. India's Swarajyamag website reported in June that the 63-kilometer railway in the Surat-Bilimora section of the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed railway in India is expected to be put into trial operation for the first time in August 2026. Construction of other sections is expected to start within 5 to 10 years. Nihon Keizai Shimbun reported that in order to ensure that the high-speed rail station in Surat, Gujarat, India is completed before July 2024, 650 workers are working at the Surat high-speed rail station around the clock. This high-speed rail line, which has a total length of 508 kilometers and started construction in 2017, is finally expected to complete 12.4% of the project construction in 9 years. In addition to leaving many stagnant and slow-progressing high-speed rail projects overseas, Japanese-made high-speed rail trains have also experienced various acclimatization problems in countries such as Europe and the United States. In 2017, the Hitachi 800 train's debut in the UK ended with leaks in the air conditioner, power outage in the carriages, and air leakage in the artificial seats. In 2021, due to safety hazards in the axle and wheel spacing of Japan's Kawasaki 7000 series trains, 3 subway train derailments occurred in Washington, USA, in one day, and 60% of the city's subway lines were suspended. Merckmuller reported that the high-speed rail technology gap between Japan and China has begun to emerge. The article analyzes that the construction equipment used in China's construction is imported as it is and will be transferred to another project in the home country or a third country after completion. The construction of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway in Indonesia introduced exactly the same products as those in China, especially tracks, signals, communications, rolling stock, etc. In this way, equipment can be quickly called from China in the event of a failure, and many equipment can continue to be used in other projects after the project is completed, which is unable to be imitated by other countries. A Global Times reporter interviewed Lu Hao, director of the Comprehensive Strategy Office of the Japan Institute of the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, and learned that there are 3 main reasons why Japan's overseas high-speed rail projects are not progressing smoothly. First, compared with emerging powers such as China, Japan, as an old player, currently has less outstanding performance advantages in high-speed rail equipment. The cost of project construction and supporting equipment is not low, and the subsequent maintenance costs are also high, resulting in a gradual decline in its competitiveness. Second, infrastructure projects such as railways are long-term, asset-heavy projects with high risks and slow returns. Japanese private enterprises responsible for high-speed rail construction are increasingly paying attention to economic accounts. Even if the Japanese government vigorously promotes it, if the risks are difficult to control, companies that are the main investors will not be willing to continue to follow up. This is the reason why Thailand's Bangkok-Chiang Mai high-speed rail project has not started yet. According to the Nihon Keizai Shimbun report, Japan estimates that the entire high-speed rail line will cost the Thai government approximately 420 billion baht, approximately 87 billion yuan, but Japan refuses joint investment and insists on only providing low-interest loans for the project. Former Thai Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-ocha once suggested lowering the maximum speed of trains to 180-200 km per hour to save budget. Thailand's finance minister also asked Japan to come up with a more cost-effective investment plan, but Japan refused. Third, it is subject to local national conditions and policy restrictions. Lu Hao told reporters that cooperation in railway projects between Japan and developed countries such as Europe and the United States mostly focuses on providing carriages and technology. Railway cooperation with Southeast Asian countries such as Thailand, India, and Vietnam involves overall construction. The projects are larger and the cycle is longer. Some problems will inevitably arise during the construction process. Lu Hao said that these developing countries in Southeast Asia and South Asia have complex national conditions and lack of political stability, and economic and financial abundance. Japan's infrastructure investment in these countries is inevitably affected by many external factors, such as slow land acquisition and demolition, broken capital chains, inefficiency of local governments, etc., resulting in protracted projects. According to media reports, 1 year after construction started, the high-speed railway built by Japan in India was delayed due to local farmers protesting against low compensation for land acquisition. Later, due to the change of government in the Indian state of Maharashtra, the land acquisition work was delayed again. From 2019 to 2022, the Shiv Sena party was in power in Maharashtra. They did not support the construction of high-speed rail. Coupled with the rising prices of raw materials such as steel and cement, the construction cost was pushed up, resulting in the completion time being delayed many times. Compared with Japan's delayed Bangkok-Chiang Mai high-speed rail project in Thailand, the first phase of the railway project built by China from Nong Khai, an important port in northeastern Thailand, to the capital Bangkok and the eastern industrial town of Rayong will start in 2022. Construction. The first phase of the project is expected to be completed in 2027. Some media commented that this is a microcosm of the development of overseas high-speed rail projects by China and Japan. In recent years, many Japanese companies have tried to find a way to survive overseas. Nihon Keizai Shimbun commented that this can make up for the shrinkage of Japan's domestic market, but if it does not have the corresponding strength, it may lose the outside world's trust in Japanese quality. Lu Hao told reporters that Japan has been watching the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail project in Indonesia promoted by China, with a complicated attitude, believing that this reflects China's significant impact on Japan's international strategic influence. In his view, one of the main reasons why Japan faces many challenges and loses money but still promotes railway construction overseas is that it wants to expand its external influence. When bidding for India's high-speed rail, Japan offered extremely favorable terms and provided equipment, technology, and loans. Rather than whether the plan complies with the laws of economic and sustainable operations, Japan is more concerned about whether this project can strengthen Japan's strategic influence on India and even the majority of emerging market countries. For countries that want to build high-speed rail, they also hope to get more assistance. According to Vietnam's VN Express report, in early 2023, when the Vietnamese Prime Minister met with the Japanese Minister of Finance in Hanoi, Vietnam, he once again requested Japan's support for the construction of the North-South high-speed railway. One of the main purposes of the Vietnamese Minister of Transport's visit to China some time ago was also to hope that China would support Vietnam in railway reconstruction and urban rail construction. The successful cases of China's external railway construction abroad have made Japan pay close attention to China. Lu Hao believes that it is too early to say that China is ahead of Japan, and China's infrastructure overseas operation model still needs to be explored. In addition, developed European countries such as France and Germany also have certain competitiveness in foreign infrastructure. Now, as the international economic situation is generally not very good, the future development of the overseas infrastructure market remains to be seen. Both Japan and China need to learn to adapt to the new international economic environment and match the actual needs of the target countries in order to occupy the overseas infrastructure market. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.